Yo, this is De La Soul.
You know it, you know it.
And you are tuned into
To
the
the bigger picture.
West Coast. Oh yeah, you know I have to turn it up for one time. Elliott, you ready? DJ Hecht, you ready?
West Coast.
Hey Jeremy, you ready?
They know it's time.
Let's get it. It's a cold game, cold world, that's why we talk about it. Ain't like everybody else that'll just walk around it. Views is different, snap a picture and now it's vintage. Cause it ain't just talking for the views, that's how he meant it. It's the bigger picture. Yeah, it's the bigger picture. Yeah, it's the big picture.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
The bigger picture.
All that don't have nothing to do with what I'm about to say right now.
Let's do it.
Ja Rule is the only person to have 2 hit Bobby Brown features.
What, Doug Lovin' and what's the other one? There's another Bobby Brown?
Oh, no, it was one. That's Case. I fucked that up.
You were really ready for that one.
I thought I was gonna. Hey, it sounded like I was gonna cook, huh?
It did. It did.
What I love about hip hop is like when hip hop labels get so big, like RIP or Gotti, he passed this year. You get so big, you think you could do anything. We're just gonna be Bobby Brown back. We're just gonna bring him back. We know he got a little drug problem. We're so hot. Murder Inc. is so hot right now. We bring Bobby Brown back.
You remember when Ja Rule thought he was Pac?
Oh yeah, he was definitely doing it.
There was a good amount of time.
No, I sat with Irv Gotti where it was like they both were trying to like Eminem was taking Tupac vocals and building things, and they was looking in the sky to Tupac. Tupac was guiding that era of rap.
Yeah, he was.
I was like, Biggie and Pac been dead for like 4 or 5 years, but they're like the top 5. They're the top 5 MCs.
So look, reincarnated.
Yeah, I put last show in the caption. It's the last show of the year.
Don't blame it on me. I did not break up with these niggas. It's not me.
No,
not me this time.
This ain't no rap radar shit. This is we got some shit cooking.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be the last show.
Business restructuring.
It's gonna be the last show of the year. So people are like, last show, what does that mean? It means last show.
Oh, Jeremy about to be even more dramatic with his
Yeah, I'm about to post.
Are you gonna cry?
Am I gonna cry? No, but I might get emotional by the end. I can't guarantee I'm not gonna cry.
What does that mean?
It means I'm gonna reminisce and I'm gonna probably thank you guys and I will get emotional. So
can you
possible.
Can you cry and do on calls at the same time?
I don't know that that's ever been done. Has that ever been done in Los Angeles?
We want to talk to you. If you fuck with the bigger picture, if you watch the show, if you like Jeremy Hecht, if you fuck with Elliott Wilson, if you fuck with me. Let's take about 5.
Favorite bigger picture moments.
We can do bigger picture moments.
Wait, here's a question: how did this develop to be our intro segment of DJ Has Phone and talking to the people?
I have no idea.
I think
but it's organic, right?
Yeah.
We just take people live. So if you are interested in being in our last episode,
ask us the tough questions.
Go live. Request to go live. I will bring you live, and you get to ask a question to one of us or all of us.
Be respectful. It's a tough time right now.
Yeah, don't ask Jeremy. Don't ask Jeremy why he turned pink, when he say the N-word or no shit like that.
Hey, don't we made it through 73 episodes. And
I've cancel you on the way out. Gotta cancel you on the way out.
Yeah. Let me live before
or don't ask like what merit does Elliott have to say the N-word? Like we've been through all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So if you have a question for myself or Jeremy Hecht or Elliott Wilson or the collective,
the bigger picture,
request to go live. And you'll be on our final show. We're going to take about 4 to 5 people, and we're going to do that, all right? So I'm going to go to the live, and we're just going to go and randomize it, okay?
I feel like this is when DJ has visits like a school and shit, the way he conducts it.
Yeah, he's a teacher. Rules.
Well, a lot of people aren't technologically apt. You know what I mean? So they don't know how to shit.
True.
All right. Let me see. Let's do Freddie. Why not?
Freddie sounds cool.
Hey, Freddie.
All right, Freddie.
Sounds like a childhood bud.
Unless it's Freddie. Gibbs. Gibbs just pops on there.
Fuck you, Freddie.
Hello.
Freddie. See, Freddie's not technologically what you call it. There he is. Hey, Freddie.
Freddie.
What up?
Good, y'all. How y'all doing?
We've been better.
What's up, bro? What's your question?
My question about hip hop albums. If you could go back and listen to a hip hop album for the very first time, First time hearing it from start to finish. Which album would it be?
That was like Stakes is High. De La Soul did that when I first heard Criminal Minded and ended with it. When I first heard Stakes is High. When I first, I'll do an old one because I'm old. Run DMC Raising Hell, because that was the big first, like, to me, super album, like super hip hop album that came out in '86. So that, I remember that feeling of just like, you know, because we always were defending rap music that we're not disco, we're here to stay, we're gonna be this thing that you know is gonna continue to grow and conquer the mainstream and conquer pop culture. And Run DMC was kind of that. So I just remember hearing that record. And because of records like the crossover record they made with Aerosmith, Walk This Way, it felt like, okay, now we're really getting to compete with the rock artists and the pop artists, and hip hop is going to grow. So.
I don't have a super deep answer for this one. It would probably be Good Kid, Mad City, just because I remember that was kind of like at the peak of CD era still. Like I still would go to the store and buy the CD, and that was probably the last year I did that. And I do remember like putting the CD in my car and just closing my eyes and watching it in my head like a movie. I remember hearing Art of Peer Pressure for the first time, and like I felt like I was doing the turns with Kendrick, left, right. We dodged police together. And so I think being able to experience something that cinematic for the first time would be dope again.
For me, I would say it would have to be a toss-up between the Marshall Mathers LP and the documentary. Because when I listened to Start from Scratch on documentary, when I listened to I would say those two, bro. Because when I heard Kill You on the Marshall Mathers LP, M was wildin', bro. He was like, bitch, I'm gonna kill you. You don't want to fuck with me.
Yeah.
Bitches too, you ain't nothing but a what?
That shit was incredible.
I'm like 9th grade. Like, what is he saying right now? You know what I'm saying? Marshall Mathers LP.
The Way I Am video, and I was like 9 years old when that album came out. Watching that on the MTV when they play videos, and when they actually play videos in the morning, I would see that shit getting ready for school. I was amazed. I was like, who is this guy?
And then I got in trouble because I put the voicemail on my mom let me customize our voicemail. This is when you had house phones and shit. So my mom let me do the voicemail, and then I got a pager. This is how old I am. I got a pager in the house phone, and I put that PSA from the Marshall Mathers LP on the answering service. And my mom lost her mind, bro.
Didn't help with incoming calls.
I was so fucking grounded. I was so grounded, bro.
No, but it's interesting that you put the game in that same light, because being from the West Coast, I wonder like how you received that record. Like did it feel like a GNX? Did it feel like a West Coast album, or just felt like a?
That was like when I heard the documentary, it wasn't that. Yeah, it was. It was that. The documentary changed things for me. Because actually, if I'm being honest, I got to go back to West Side Connection too. Because when I heard Bow Down,
yeah,
that's what made me fall in love with what I'm on. Like what I push to this day is when I heard that nigga say, he was like, the agenda is to make the entire world bow down to the W. And I was like, yeah.
You're like, West Coast.
I approve this message.
That's how I feel. That's exactly how I feel.
Yo, it's coming for us, New Yorkers, man. Ice Cube was fed up. Ice Cube was fed up with these.
What was yours, bro?
A two-parter of mine, since he already said Good Kid, Mad City, I would have to go Graduation. I feel like that the rollout is going against 50, and then like everybody would mostly say More Beautiful, Dark Twisted Fantasy, but I feel like by the time the album came out, you already heard most of that shit with the Good Fridays. Graduation, I think everything was like a surprise other than the singles. I think that was like Kanye's like last. To me, Kanye's last like great album. Like he wasn't collaborating so much as he was on Dark Twisted Fantasy. So I would go with Graduation. But if you don't mind me asking, hearing if you went back and heard it, knowing what you know now, would you change the setting? Would you change anything about when you heard it, where you was when you heard it, or would you go right back to that first time you heard it?
Right back where I was 15. I lived in the projects in Queens. I felt pride being from Queens that Run DMC was from Queens, so I felt that connection.
Yeah, same. I wouldn't change anything. The only thing I would change is I heard like what you were talking about. I remember hearing a couple of the leaks. I would never listen to the full leaked album, but I think I had heard Art of Peer Pressure and maybe one other song, and of course the single like Swimming Pool. But I think I heard one other song. I wish I would have saved it for, and Backseat Freestyle. I wish I would have saved the whole thing and just listened all the way through.
I'm not changing nothing. But that's a great question, though, bro.
Yeah,
thank
thank
you.
you.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you,
Well,
Freddie.
Freddie, right?
Appreciate
Thank you,
it. Keep
Freddie.
on. The show was amazing, man. I appreciate y'all.
Thanks, bro.
Thank you.
Documentary I listened to late, but I remember being in awe when I heard it. Like I probably
Yeah.
listened to it in high school, like few years after it came out, and I was like, no, this is a classic album.
If you have a question or you would like to discuss something, we're gonna take about 3 more.
Oh, you cut it down to 4. Look at that.
Request to go live. 'Cause that shit took-
Freddie gave us 2.
I didn't realize it was gonna take so long.
Freddie gave us a double album.
Freddie gave it, yeah. Freddie gave us a double album. Yeah, he gave us a double album and shit. So if you have a question and you want to go live, we're doing our final show for the year.
The bigger picture up.
So let me see. Request to go live right now, and we're gonna take a question, another one. Take a couple more.
Caller, are you there?
Let's go with K Dog.
Okay, K Dog.
K Dog.
Not K Dot.
I'm adding you now. K Dog.
K Dog.
Accept the live, fool.
Okay, dog.
K Dog. Accept the live, bro.
Coach him through it.
We ain't got all
You can
day.
do it, big dog.
K Dog.
You can do it.
Is it K Dog?
Yes, sir. I mean,
What
it's
part of
Canadian,
Texas
but
you from?
DFW.
Oh, okay, Dallas Fort Worth. You a Cowboys fan and not a what's the Texans fan?
I'm more Cowboys than Texans, but I'm not a big Jerry Jones fan, so you know.
He talking that talk.
Yeah.
Well, K Dog from Texas. You got a question? We're dogging.
Yes, sir. I got. Do y'all want the big open-ended hip hop question, or do you want a more niche Kendrick Lamar Drake question? Which one do y'all want?
Whatever you want, bro.
Yeah, first one.
Okay.
Those guys enough.
So my question, I'm relatively young, and so I didn't really start like listening to hip hop seriously until like 2017. But like my question is, if we're in the dot era right now, and we're coming out of a Drake era, who was the guy before Drake, and who was the guy before that, and the guy before that, and like who was the first guy? Like what is the lineage?
What are the other eras?
Hey, this nigga wanna. Hey, can you teach me hip hop in 3 minutes?
Elliott.
I think there was a Kanye era, there was a Jay-Z era, there was an Eminem era,
Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne era.
Lil
Yeah.
Wayne era,
50 Cent era.
Yeah, 50 Cent era, definitely. I
All
mean,
right,
I'm not going. He's not
all
ready
right,
for the
no,
80s.
I
He's
got
not
a
ready for
better-
the 80s.
I got a
Elise.
better idea, bro. How old are you?
I'm 22.
All right, bet. This is what I want you to do.
I want you to go first. Oh, okay, we can't go back to Rakim. It's gonna be.
Yeah,
too
he's
much.
not ready for the 80s.
He's not ready for that.
Yeah.
All right, go listen to All Eyes on Me.
Yeah.
All right, then I want you to go listen to. This is gonna be offensive to people, huh?
I'm
No,
excited
I mean,
now.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
excited.
All right, go listen to All Eyes on Me. Then listen to Doggy Style.
Oh, I love Doggy Style. Yeah.
Hey now.
The album. No, the Snoop Dogg album.
Now we're gonna get canceled. Now we're really gonna get canceled. God damn it.
Pause, nigga.
I love Doggy Style.
All right, look, just be quiet on this one. All right, so look. This is like a young Hecht.
My dog.
This is what your future looks like, King. So look. All right, so
One day the beard will grow in full. I had a mustache only and a little chin at some point, and then it grew
all right, go
fully.
listen to Doggy Style. Then I want you to listen to Stillmatic. Okay. Then I want you to listen to you. We can skip Eminem, right? You already all right. Yeah. I'm pretty sure
Yeah, he
already-
went there. No, you gotta
know
go
what I'm
there.
saying?
You gotta go
You know what I
there.
mean? He already got that part of it. Then I want you to go listen to. Then I want you to listen to the after you actually don't need 2001 if you get Doggy Style. Then go okay. Then we're gonna skip a generation. Carter 3. Are you with Carter? Are you hip to Carter 3?
Yeah, I have that on CD somewhere.
All right, bet. Carter 3. Then go from Carter 3. We got to skip steps. So it's gonna take too long. Go from Carter 3
Navigation.
to like. Which one should he do? Late registration or graduation or Dark Twisted Fantasy?
Go late registration.
All right,
Yeah.
then go to late registration so you can get that real production. That
The final backpack days.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a designer
Then
backpack
listen
though,
to Get
buddy.
Rich or Die Trying. Then listen to
I got one for you. Lupe Fiasco the Cool. I don't know if you ever heard that
Wah,
back to back.
wah, wah,
He's gonna like that.
wah. Yo,
You
yo,
don't-
yo, yo, yo,
you
yo.
I know my guy. I know my guy,
you don't-
Caden.
You don't have to.
He's gonna like the. Hey, I don't want any Lupe slander here.
All right. So you don't have to do
He's
that.
not ready to dissect Lupe.
Okay, fine, all right.
That's like Rakim of that generation.
Okay, you're right.
Come on,
You're right.
man.
It might be
Then
too
you're gonna
much.
go listen to the documentary. Then you're gonna listen to
The game, heavily. I'm gonna listen to documentary so I leave here, man. You gotta be hyped for documentary.
the documentary. Then I want you to go listen to My Ghetto Report Card.
Wow, that's a good one.
It's a man named E40.
Gentleman, Earl Stevens.
And then after that, then you could go. Then you probably be
He
caught
needs
up
some
to
rest.
like.
He needs some rest after this. God damn
Then
it.
you be kind of caught up to the Good Kid, Mad City.
Any,
shit.
let's be fair. Any female rappers?
Yeah.
Lauryn
listen
Hill,
to?
you got to go back and listen to Lauryn Hill in full because I
listen to
was
Lauryn Hill album.
way late on that.
It was
and
Apple Music's #1 album of all time. Okay, her name is Miss Lauryn Hill. Do not call
Miss
her
Lauryn
Lauryn
Hill.
Hill.
Yeah,
Miss Hill. Miss
It's
Hill.
gonna go
Learn
bad.
from me.
No, Miss
Learn
Hill.
from me.
Miss Hill. Not even Lauren.
Oh, Miss Hill. Miss Hill.
Miss Hill, yeah.
Because if you call her Lauren, it's gonna go bad for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Miss Hill. Go listen to the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. And then also, actually, I want to add one.
Lady of Rage.
No, I want to add something from the South, but something that really means something to me.
Okay.
Oh, like 3-6 Mafia, T.I.
You could do Speaker Box, Love Below, or do trap music or
Yeah,
urban
now you
legend
need
from T.I.
Outkast album. You need Outkast album.
Okay, Outkast album.
AT
Speaker
Aliens?
Box, Love Below. You can do trap music or urban legend. Those two are interchangeable from Tip. And then you could also probably do because he's one of my goats, Ludacris. Pick one.
There you go. I feel like you learned the history of hip hop and albums, but report back to us. Let us know some of your favorites.
Yeah, watch this back and then write down all of the shit. And
Come
then,
back and we'll teach you
and
LL
then
Cool J.
Next year,
Yeah.
next year,
LL Cool
next year when we
J.
come back, I want you to pop
80s.
back up so we can figure out what you've learned over the holiday season.
Okay, we'll do.
All right.
Appreciate you.
What's your name again?
Caden, but my Instagram's KDog.
My nigga Caden, for sure. Keep hope alive. Power to the people.
You don't have to put the fist back up. Oh, okay, you already did.
All right, brother.
One more? They
Yeah,
cut
we
it
can do
down?
one more. We can take one more.
This,
All right,
is a new show. We
Yeah,
just
we
talk to
just- we
callers.
just radio.
It's like, good talk radio. You have a
let's
question
do
about rap? Hit us up, 1-800-RAP, /forward.
one more question. All right, let me
We
see.
can answer all questions. We're prepared.
Let's go with Capricorn Jones.
Oh,
I'm a
shit.
Capricorn. Elliott Wilson's a Capricorn.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
that's a good
Cap
person
City.
pick.
Gang.
Capricorn Jones, we're waiting on you.
Oh shit! Oh shit! I'm on. Oh shit! Oh shit! What's up? What's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
You ready?
Good.
You ready?
Jeremy Hecht.
What's
You only
good,
get
bro?
one
Hey,
shot.
Hecht.
We appreciate you.
How
What's
y'all
up?
doing, man? All right. First and foremost, want to start and say I'm a huge fan of the show. I watch this shit on break every day at lunch. Well, every week at lunch.
You got a
I
job.
love hip hop.
Hey, wait. Before you continue, bro, you got a job?
Yeah,
How old are you?
I like that.
I'm 32.
Bro, I thank
the
you
man.
for having
You
a
the
job,
man.
bro. Because the YNs and the big
You're
bros,
not a content creator?
the big bros and the YNs don't believe in employment.
That's coming. That's coming. The whole thing is coming.
All right, go ahead. What's your question, bro? Sorry, go ahead.
All right, so I got two questions. So this one here, I'm gonna put it because I didn't think I was gonna go live. First of all, I want to say I'm a hip hop fan. When I first heard Kick Push, I fell in love with the whole thing. I get to thinking like, and I'm looking at and I'm looking at Harvey at the end. I'm looking and I'm like, I wonder if this is how niggas felt in the 80s, or like with the bridges over and it's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder where it's not really talking about, where it's not what they're actually saying. The subject's not really what they're talking about, but it's the actual, but like it's something, it could relate to anything. What was that moment for you guys, like when y'all fell in love with what song? Matter of fact, fuck that. Sorry. What?
You got excited. Like I got excited. We love it.
What does it take for an artist to stand out? Because I've been watching very, very closely this whole entire year, the last year. I'm not gonna say what's already the elephant in the room. I'm not gonna address that. But what does it take for an artist to stand out in this new ecosystem of niggas not making it, niggas not, you know what I'm saying?
Wait, are you asking us when we fell in love with hip hop, or you're asking us who we like now?
No, that's not what I'm asking at all. What I'm really asking is what art, because I really don't want this shit to die. I really don't want this hip hop shit to die, and I don't think it ever will. But what does it take for somebody to be like Kendrick Lamar, to be like a 50 Cent, to be like a Kanye West, to be like a Jay-Z that takes us to the next wave?
How are we getting a new superstar?
Yeah, and in y'all honest opinions, who do y'all think has that potential to be that?
Okay, go ahead.
Well, I am a huge champion of people currently in this new generation having the ability to be superstars. I know a lot of people are saying we don't have any superstars, it's dead. But I actually had a good convo with your man Derek Elliott from RCA. We were talking about how right now feels like 2008 in terms of the blog era. So if Kendrick, Drake, Cole, Wale, Sean, Wiz, all those guys really popped, 09, 2010 is when they first kind of had mainstream looks. We're currently in a 2008 era where the development stages are still happening for a lot of these artists, but the talent is there. And if you're early, you can recognize it. But they don't have the song yet. They don't necessarily have that classic project yet. And they don't have the mainstream notoriety. But I would say tune in right now to a lot of the people that are doing this. I just posted a huge list on my Twitter of people that I believe in. You guys hear me talk about Chris Patrick every time I can.
Chris Patrick's gonna save us all.
Chris Patrick, so he's my guy. But Ben Riley just dropped a really dope project. Marco Plus is amazing. There's a whole list. Nana, shout out from LA. He replied to my tweet and said, "Don't forget my name in these conversations." So there's a whole list. You could find all these people, but basically tap in right now. There's a lot of lyricists. There's a lot of people who care about the art, and I think the main thing you need to do, to DJ Head's point, you got to care about making songs, because all of our favorite artists had massive songs. Everyone you mentioned had hit songs. So care about making songs, care about the art, whatever that means to you. Like focus on making a project, focus on making things that mean something to you, focus on having a message. And this is something that you can't control. You got to be likable. You got to be somebody that can interact with people in one way or another, whether that be through content, through media, through your personality, or having something that people can attach to in your story and tell that story properly.
Yeah, I think you have to galvanize your loyal fan base. I think that when we glorify the Drake, Kendrick, Cole, they actually did that. They have fan pages. They were connected to their fan base. And I think that, we're frustrated that it doesn't look like there's clear new generation of stars yet. But we also have to look back and remember that we heard everyone's progression. We heard Kendrick get better through these mixtapes, through these albums. We heard Drake get better. We heard Cole get better. So we have to afford the MCs that Jeremy identified a little bit of grace, that we're not hearing them at their full growth yet. They're developing in front of our eyes. And I think it's really just putting the work in and being consistent with projects and galvanizing their fan bases, and somebody's going to break through,
For me, I just think that, like what you're saying, like what do they have to do to be on that level? I think it's really about so everything that Hecht said is true, but I was actually just recently talking to Charlemagne about this, and it reinforced the narrative that Glasses Malone actually told me years ago, which is the records it's not enough. You can make hit records all day, but if no one gives a fuck, it doesn't matter.
They have to care about you.
You need both.
So the story, because I'm gonna keep it real with you, right? We were having a conversation about, I was asking about Cardi's album. And I was like, Cardi's album had extreme success. She's the biggest female a rapper right now. It's not disputable. She's about to go on this tour. But I have noticed that the flame has died down on the album, even though the album is substantially good. And they're big records. And she had emotion. And she had a crazy rollout. And, all the things. But there's no story. The story is tied into her relationship,
her personal life, yeah.
So her personal life is overshadowing the music. I think you hit a home run when you're able to get the potency in the music. That's when you get a Usher Confessions album, or that's when you get a Good Kid, Mad City album. That's when you get a My Beautiful Dark Twisted. When you're able to captivate the story within the project, and then that propels the project to new heights. I think that's when you get the classic albums. And you substantiate and cement your place in the culture. I think that Dot has done that well. Actually, Charlemagne, that's his take. He's done that exceptionally well. He said Kendrick has had a story. There's a story, and there's an energy around every project where you give a fuck. And it's different reasons why you care for different albums. It's not just salaciousness, beef, battle, back and forth. It might be that for this one, but for the other one, it was about self-help and growth and therapy and healing, right? Peeling back the layers, reflecting, self-reflection. Then before that, you get Damn. Then you get like, so I think Drake has maybe one where there was like real potency attached to it from a story perspective. Ye has done it exceptionally. I think Views would probably be the only one. Hecht is the expert. I don't know. But because he was trying to like tap into that Toronto shit to where like to rap it to basically be the mascot.
Nothing Was the Same probably had the most story.
The most story wrapped around it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So then, but what I'm saying to you is that I
Forest
think
Hills Drive.
Forest Hills Drive is, you know, I think the story around the project and the music being good and having big records and being personable and not being a fucking asshole all plays a role into catapulting you to that level.
Yeah. And even some of the new guys like Ruben Vincent did a really great job at putting a story into the music.
Exactly.
Ben Riley, like I mentioned, his album is very story driven. There's a concept, it's a through line, but there's still songs that can stand out on their own. I think if you are an artist and you do have a message you want to say, to Head's point, like I do think Cardi did have that storyline through the music, but it was also a lot of kind of like records and hits placed in the middle without it being as cohesive as some people's albums. So if you can do both of those things properly and you can deliver on how you portray yourself in that story to the world through all the mediums that we have, like then you're one of one.
Yeah. Answer your question, bro.
That is my question.
Thank you, bro.
Where you from, bro?
I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, man.
Shout out to the A, man. Appreciate you. Thanks for tapping in, bro.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
All right.
All right.
We have the smartest, most sincere fan base.
We do.
in rap
We
music.
do.
Want to do one more for the road?
Let's do one more.
One more for
Roadie.
the road.
4.
All right.
That's number 4, right? 4.
If you have a question, request to go live right now.
We
We'll take
we
one
are
more.
men of the people.
One more question. That was a great question, though.
Took a while to get there, but it was
Yeah,
good.
it took-
Once
yeah, I
we
was
got,
scared.
Yeah.
I was
Once we
scared
got,
for him.
I thought we were just gonna
It's a
talk about
ride.
Lupe. I was ready. I mentioned Lupe, and then
I did, but because I rap, I thought he was gonna go there with it. It's my shit.
Of course he raps.
we actually haven't had anyone try to rap for us, which is we've had artists,
They're
but
scared
no
of
one's.
DJ Head. They know.
Yeah,
he gonna play
you're
that.
right.
Why
The
you scared
honest
of me?
feedback
I
is
would
too
like
much.
a woman. Have we had a woman?
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, we need.
Hey,
Is there any
easy
female-
now.
Are there any female hip hop fans that would like to ask a question? I would love to hear from a female.
Are the ladies in the house?
Any
The
women
ladies.
here? I can just tap you in. Just
Hey now.
Hey,
Hey now.
Hey, now,
yeah,
say
tap
now.
in
You can just
sounds
tap her in?
crazy.
Yeah.
You'll usher her. You'll
You gonna tap her in for
consensually ask
Thanksgiving?
her if she'd like to.
Hey now,
Enter the
say
chat.
now. Ladies in the building, what's up? I would like one more question. Do you remember when you fell?
Why is everybody in that brown sugar shit today? What's
I don't
going
know.
on?
Everybody wants to know when we
Everybody's
fell in love.
reflective.
When we
They're
fell in love
they're
with
thankful for
hip-hop,
hip
bro.
hop.
I don't. Okay. I asked for a female, and now we in love. All right, let me just go back to the pool. Then. Fuck it.
Back to the pool.
I feel like there's different moments.
Should I go with Terrence or should
of
I go
falling in
with
love with hip hop.
Should I go with Terrence, Mr. V, Marco, or Bird?
Maybe Marco.
Marco. All right, adding Marco. You're up, Marco.
Yo.
What's up,
What's
bro?
good, Marco? Oh, he's on
You
vacation,
on vacation?
Captain.
Let's do it.
Where you at?
I'm in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico.
Puerto
You guys
Vallarta.
from Mexico.
For sure. Órale.
With the Gloria hat from the Kendrick concert here in Mexico.
Órale, Simón.
Let's go, guys. So just a quick question is that I feel like we're waiting on the moves from the top 3 guys. I mean, Drake, Kendrick, and Cole. I feel like Cole has died out a little bit, but I feel like either one of those guys are waiting for the next drop from the other guy just to compete on sales. I want to get your take on that. I feel like Kendrick, like the last moment he's dropping is after breaking the record for the Grammys. I feel like we've seen that trend from the Grammy artist winners that they drop a single or something like that after they win. So I think that might be like the last moment for Kendrick to drop something new. But I want to get your guys' take on that.
Was he asking?
Yeah, you're saying like basically when we think one of those three are going to drop either a project or a new song.
Exactly. Yeah.
Does J. Cole come out before Iceman? Does the Fall Off come out before Iceman? That's a good debate.
That is good. It seems like Iceman's being teased. I wouldn't be shocked at a December Drake release, like a Christmas Drake, whether it's an album single or like maybe an EP drop, like a Scary Hours, like
He's
4
gonna
songs.
test the waters yet again?
Yeah, I imagine that to be December. Cole has been known to do a December release, like 2014 Forest Hills Drive, I think was December, but I don't think he's there yet. I don't see it happening until next year. And this is me putting it into the universe. I would love to maybe get one Kendrick song in particular, one song that maybe has been teased for a very long time, that maybe we've heard about, that maybe for the year anniversary of GNX, we could even get this week. I don't know. That's me putting it out into the universe.
My hot take is I predicted J. Cole December. It's not looking good. He did that with Forest Hill Drive and also one of the other albums. So he likes the December release. He likes to drop the album after all the critics put in their list of all the albums of the year, so he's not judged in some sense. Also, his birthday is January 28th. I think if J. Cole does not put that album out by the next spring, it's never coming out. And I think it's his last album regardless. And I think that possibly I could see Kendrick's next album being his last album, at least for a very long time. So I think we have to accept that this era is going to change very soon, the next 2 years.
I could actually see a January 28th release because
around his birthday.
I was looking back at in 2013, he wanted to drop Born Sinner on his birthday, but it didn't end up coming out in time. And I think 2014 Forest Hills Drive, I actually could have seen him wanting to do that on his birthday because he has the song January 28th. So maybe this is his final.
But do you agree that if it doesn't come by the spring, I'm concerned? Like, I don't see Cole coming out next summer. Like, I feel like we ran out of time at this point. Like, I just think without a new concept, I just think that you really want the fall off next fall.
Fall.
You're gonna wait till next fall, 2026 for the fall off?
I always say the fall off is maybe just the friends we made along the way.
Oh, here we go. Seriously.
Bro, shut up. So I don't see any of these things dropping anytime soon. Yeah, I don't see it happening, bro. Just because if one
of your friends got to step up, Jeremy.
Yeah, I don't see. I think we damn near get another Cardi album before we get that shit. You know
I didn't like what DJ Hecht was saying on the show. It's an EP.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't see us getting it anytime soon.
Okay, yeah. As Jason Martin says, if I'm not mistaken, I'm keeping an eye on the fourth quarter. I feel like something's coming anyway. Like,
you think something's coming?
Yeah.
Who do you think is gonna drop?
Not gonna lie, I'm between Kendrick and Drake. I feel like at least we're gonna get a single. I feel like Drake dropped something responding to Kendrick, like trying not to take over the moment, like just to step up on top.
You're saying around what, the Grammys?
That's my guess. Like maybe Kendrick drops something once he breaks the record for the Grammys, and Drake tries to step on it, like, or make it like the famous second round that we all know is not coming, right?
We don't want that. We don't want that. Second round? We don't want that. Thank you,
no
bro.
Second round, Poppy. Poppy, no second round.
I think what you said is bullshit. Respectfully. I don't think.
Wait, don't insult him. He's not listening.
No, I'm just saying I don't think we're gonna get that, bro. I don't think that's gonna happen. I think everybody is back in their own world, and none of it is connected.
Okay, perfect.
Let me ask you a question, bro.
Okay.
You in Puerto Vallarta?
Yeah, I'm in Puerto Vallarta, Guadalajara.
Guadalajara.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it hot out there?
It is, bro. We're almost like 35 degrees, I think, and Celsius. So it's pretty hot a little bit. Here's the beach and everything. So
35 degrees Celsius. What is
I grew up
it?
in Celsius. That's got to be close to 100. 95 degrees.
95 degrees.
Yeah.
So pick one. You like 35 or 95 better?
I'm not gonna lie, I prefer 35 because I'm used to Celsius like my whole life. But yeah, sorry.
Okay.
I have to go with that.
So I like 35 too. That's how many push-ups this nigga owed me.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay.
So pick a number between 1 and 6.
Here we go. Now the show starts.
Let's go with the 6, bro. Let's go with the 6.
Give me my 6 right now.
That's a Toronto dig?
Yeah.
Is that a Canada dig? The 6 is a Canada diss?
You know what I'm saying?
That's a Canadian dick. Look how happy he is, Jeremy. You're making this man so happy.
He finna give you 6 right now, Marco.
Let's go. Thank you so much.
Say Polo.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Jeremy.
Count them out.
1, 2,
3,
4,
5, 6.
6.
Hey.
Shout out to you guys.
Love, bro.
Love from Mexico, guys.
Yes, sir.
Can we make a deal here? Because, okay, so this is my thing.
Yeah, how does our hiatus
First of all, yeah,
impact the
let's
on-calls?
explain. Okay, so we're live. The bigger picture is back.
The bigger picture.
I'm gonna miss you saying that. The fans are gonna miss you.
I'll just call
saying
you over
that.
the holidays. I'll call you Thanksgiving. I'll call you Christmas.
The bigger picture. That's it, and then hang up.
Yeah.
But as you know from the title and the thumbnail, you're probably like,
oh, that's how you did us?
What is happening? Yeah, I did this kind of crazy. It just says it's over on the thumbnail.
Oh my God.
But people are probably like, what's happening? Is the bigger picture done forever? Did they break up? Did they fight? Did egos get in the way?
What did Elliott do?
That's really the question people are asking. What did Elliott do? And the answer, maybe surprisingly, is nothing. We are all on good terms. We actually all are still friends. We still talk.
I went to DJ Head's event. You didn't go, but you know.
But we hung out today, this morning. You know, we talk off air sometimes. But this is the last time you will ever see us three on a stage together as the bigger picture. That does not mean, however, that this is the last time you will see us on stage together, all three of us, because there is potential that next year we will be back with a new format of some sort. There's still ideas being thrown around, still being brainstormed, but this was basically, as you know, started because of the beef, right? It was supposed to be a one-off thing that we did to just capture that moment in time. And then I think people were like, wait, these three guys are pretty good together.
They're guys.
They got something going that I think is hard to recreate. And we ended up doing 73 episodes.
73.
Which is kind of crazy. So yeah, I guess first of all, before we kind of reminisce, I just want to thank the people watching right now who have stuck with us for 73 episodes, which is a lot of time. People have probably listened to us more than they've spent time with their own family and friends over the last year and a half.
I'm comfortable with that.
And I don't take that for granted. So thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. If you spent a minute watching, if you spent every week watching, if you've been in the chat, left a comment, asked a question on Heads Live or tweeted at us or whatever it might be. We appreciate you guys.
Did you add?
What?
But yeah, so I guess to look back before we, head into the next chapter, what were your thoughts coming into this when you got the call from Elliott at first? Were you like, okay, this is just gonna be a one-time thing? You texted or you hit him up?
Texted him?
Yeah, Elliott hit me, and let me see if I still got that picture.
Send a picture?
I got a picture that we should put up.
Oh man,
yeah, airdrop.
He got everything in that damn phone. God damn.
Let me see
if I got Elliott's
got this
birth
motherfucking
certificate
picture.
in this motherfucker.
Let me see if I got this motherfucking
I got
picture.
the hospital from Queens to send this over.
You know
real
what I'm
quick.
saying? Hold on, let me see
Let's
something.
see if he really black. Look at this shit.
Elliott Wilson. Okay.
Okay.
Let me see
Let's
if
see
I
what
get
he's
this
thinking of
motherfucking
culture.
picture. So I have a picture. I have a photo in my phone.
I'm scared.
You should be. Let me see if I got it. Please be.
I don't even know what this is.
Please be the picture.
Please be a picture.
Oh, I really hope this is the picture. If this is the
What were you doing?
I'm frightened.
I'm actually a little scared too.
Should I call my lawyer?
It is the picture. I got the motherfucking picture.
Should I call my lawyer?
Yeah, airdrop my.
Hey,
it's
man.
MacBook 9 or whatever.
Put it right up. Let's go. Let's get this show. Can we put something up? Or we can't put that up. How's it work? I don't even know this show anymore.
Yeah.
Let's airdrop it, man. I ain't scared of nothing.
Okay. All right.
I'm scared though.
Nah, I'm fucking with you.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, open that thing up.
Jeremy will pretend he'll edit it out, but he won't.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Open that picture up. Put that motherfucker on the screen.
Our humble beginnings.
Okay, hold up. It's Barber, right? Or was it?
Podcast room.
Okay, doesn't matter. Basically, what this is the bigger picture with Elliott Wilson and Jeremy Hecht and special guest
Do a special
DJ
guest.
Head.
Very special.
Hold on. I'm sending you
Here we
another
go.
one.
Oh, here we go.
I'm sending you another one.
Head out here documenting the journey up here like a journalist.
Okay. Then we have.
Me and Jeremy are starting this really cool show, man. We really love if you come by.
Okay, now we have the other version, which is the bigger picture with Elliott Wilson, Jeremy Hecht, and DJ Head. All three of us.
Jumped you in, man, to our gang.
Yeah. So my my initial introduction was Elliott was like, can you come through, do the show? Like, yeah, no problem. Cool. I pull up, it says special guest DJ Head. All good.
Oh, good.
How did he present it as a show we're doing, or just like, hey, we're doing like a one-off?
No, he's like, we're doing a show and we want you to come on the show.
Okay.
All right, cool. He texts me. I pull up. We do the show. In real time, the graphic goes from that first one to that one. In real time.
Yeah.
This guy's good. We got to keep him.
I ain't even see it happen. It's like, so then Elliott is like, hey, can you come back next week? Hey, my nigga, what we doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, am I on gas or am I on the show? What we doing? Well, we figuring it out. Just pull up. All right, well, fuck it, then we figure it out.
And then he was like, I got this thing. I'm doing my own show on the low, serious, effective immediately. There's this girl, Gina View. She's amazing. It's like, this nigga's making stuff up, man. What's going on, man? You know what I'm saying? Just rock with me, man. You got to make nothing up, man. And then next thing you know, he takes over Sirius XM. Gina Views becomes a star, and we're off and running.
Wait, so when did you know? Because I didn't know it was actually going to be an ongoing show the first time.
But I didn't do my Jeremy Hecht manifestation. Like, oh my God, if I do this once, it's going to be everything's going to happen for me if I just manifest it and talk to the higher power. I didn't consult my guy.
You didn't consult with God beforehand?
No,
I did for us.
I just think we just realized right away. Again, we talk about any kind of like, everybody's content creators and everybody wants to do a podcast or some type of show. And you kind of know right away when one or two people, especially in this case, 3 people, which is tough, or an ensemble cast like Joe Budden does, when people have chemistry. And I just think I was excited and shocked that I felt like even though we didn't really know each other at all, I felt the chemistry out the gate. And that made me want to, okay, can we do this? And Jared, the boss, like, can we do this again? I think we should do it again. It's becoming something other than just a special that's recapping the Drake-Kendrick beef, which was still going on at the time. We could have other discussions and it could be kind of a homage to everyday struggle in the sense of there's not a real hip-hop debate show. I mean, right now we have Apple's Rap Life that they kind of fill that up a little bit. Besides that, there's no other people attempting to do that.
Yeah.
So I just felt there's bigger potential. Jared agreed, and then we just do a weekly cadence, and we were kind of off and running.
Yeah, it happened quickly too. Even so, if you guys look at the background on this shot, it actually is like, shout out to JR who did the graphics. LA and Toronto are the backdrops here.
Oh, wow.
A lot of people don't realize that, but in the core of the DNA of the show, it was clearly based on that specific moment. So we didn't even have this.
So do you guys get offended? I'm not talking about the most severe crazy stands, the bots and the OVOs, howls, or whatever the fuck they are. Besides those guys on the internet or girls, do you get offended when people try to categorize that the whole identity of the show is just based on Drake and Kendrick and it's not something more deeper than that to what we're doing?
Well, I think it started like that. I would actually have no problem with that. Like I said, it's like literally in the artwork. It was the reason we had the show, but I think, so it was part of the reason, like, I'm not denying that that's part of the reason this show even existed. Even part of a lot of my coverage that you might have even seen at the time was me covering that battle, breaking down lyrics and stuff like that. Obviously, Head's role in that battle or non-role that he'll say, but the push-ups of it all, I think
the on-calls.
I don't think we would deny that, but I do think it grew into something where us as a collective became something that people came to for other takes, for everything that went on in hip-hop. We had, whether it be 100,000 people, 50,000 people, or 20,000 people in a week. That's a lot of people on our channels. And then every week we'd have a clip on X or on Instagram hit, 100,000 to 1 million views of people just hating on our takes, loving our takes, but caring about what we had to say, which was cool to see.
What?
Why you look at me?
So why did you decide to stay? We manipulated the board behind you and the artwork and
Which
stuff?
Which answer do you want? You want the truth or you want
I always want the truth.
All right, so the truth is I didn't want to stay.
Okay. Because you had the serious thing happening, right?
Yeah, I had my radio show and shit. I didn't want to stay. Salas told me, he was like, you should stay. He's like, I think it'd be good for you. And I'm like, why?
Shout out Salas. His
Salas,
manager,
my
Salas.
manager,
Salas
Salas. He was like,
great.
I think it'd be good for you. And I'm like,
You was
why?
gonna break up with me?
Yes.
After one date.
How was you gonna break
2
up with
days.
me?
Every second
Okay,
episode.
pretend to me you was gonna break. How was you gonna tell me you're not doing the show anymore?
I'm out.
What do you mean you out? You really did that on the phone?
Listen, no, I was just
I'll be like, ring, or you
listen,
text me, I'm out.
Listen, my dad didn't give me no closure. I'm not giving you one. You know what I'm saying?
Pass it on the trauma. Let's keep that cycle going.
Yeah, take that, therapist.
Hey, fathers.
You know what I'm saying?
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. To all these families.
No, I just didn't want to fuck with it. I was like, I'm not fucking.
I didn't want to fuck with it.
Salas,
I got my own shit going on. I finally got my own show.
He said, I'll tell you the truth. This is what Salas said. He said, you get to sit across from Elliott Wilson and say, well, actually, he's like, that's amazing. It's amazing content. You should do it. I'm like, all right, we'll figure it out. But I fucked with y'all. Like, I fucked with Jeremy. I fucked with you. But
And let's say, could we be honest? We didn't know how good this guy was.
actually,
I didn't know.
no, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't know how good he is because he'd always talk to me on the fucking red carpets.
Yeah, I knew
Yeah,
that. I knew
that's
his
how you
red
knew.
carpet game was incredible. I knew that was dope.
I knew he was fast. I knew he was sharp. I knew he was witty, and his timing was good. And I knew he do his due diligence. Those things I knew. What I didn't know was how emotional he is. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But it works though. It works.
you know what I'm saying?
You quickly found out.
I forgot where did I take you? I took you to
Was it the Killer Mike
a
show?
Mike concert or something like that. He's like, yeah, I'm really grateful. You know, you like.
I was just thinking that. Well, first of all, I met Dave
Gratitude.
I met Dave Chappelle.
Gratitude.
He introduced me to Dave Chappelle.
I introduced him to.
Wow.
Well, no. Okay, I will take credit for that.
You didn't, but we were in a room and I met Dave Chappelle.
He made Dave Chappelle, but I walked. We walked up to Killer Mike, and Killer Mike was like, "Yo, I fuck with you." You know what I'm saying? And
Right
he-
out the gate.
Yeah. He
And
was
you,
like,
Jeremy, you cried immediately.
No, just a tear.
Killer Mike knew who he was,
Yeah.
and me and Mike were talking about something. He's like, "Yo, it's Jeremy. You know Jeremy?" He's like, "Yeah, I know Jeremy. Like, what's up, bro? Like, I fuck with you. Like, I like your perspectives on shit. You know, woo." And I was like, "Damn, that's dope. It's fucking Killer Mike." You know what I'm saying? And Jeremy was like, "Yeah, I'm really grateful, for you bringing me here, and because they took our phones and shit. Like, it was like one of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yep.
it was
If Chappelle's around, he likes them phones to be.
bro. It was
tucked
some
away.
shit in there. Who else was there?
Will I Am was there.
Will was. It
Shout
was
out
like
Will.
some shit.
This is the first time we hung out off camera.
yeah.
Like we had obviously we talked before the show, but that was the first time. So I just don't take it for granted in those moments. I'm gonna get emotional again.
At least we should have some tissues, man. Come
But-
on,
You
this
guys
is a
gotta
tough-
understand.
It's a tough episode, man. He gonna be crying and doing push-ups and shit. It's gonna be like going on here.
Like, thank you so much.
He might have to,
Listen,
listen,
just in
got-
case.
I predict he has to blow his nose before the show ends. This one's gonna be one of those.
Keep this in the pocket. But you guys gotta understand, it's like obviously, so I've been doing this for a long time. I would say this is probably my 10th year in media to some
Nice.
degree. But last year, I have no problem admitting, like, this
You
show
skyrocketed.
this show gave me a new platform, a new audience. And so I'm just super grateful for both of you guys. And for embracing me and believing in me and believing in my abilities, but also for like everything I've learned from both of you. Like Elliott, okay, I'll do a little speech. Elliott, like, I studied your interviews growing up and everything you did inspired me. And the conversations you had at the time, I may have been watching more from like an artist perspective, but I realized I was learning how to conduct an interview, how to tell a story, how to document in real time the journey of these people from going from like a pretty big artist to the biggest superstars in the world. And so not only that, but when I was an intern, you were an editor-in-chief. And so for you the first thing you said to me was like, hey, I really like what you do. How can I help you reach your next goals? Let's go. Whatever you want to do, I'm behind you. Let's go. And so I think for me, I'd never really received that type of embrace and love. I'd always had people who kind of like either needed a lot of help from me or were kind of shying away from me being the hungry young guy trying to like do my thing. They'd be a little bit insecure or like, no, go back and do your thing over there. You were like, arm around, let's go. Let's do a show together. So I'm forever thankful that, you
Thank you,
allow
man.
me to have the platform that I have.
Absolutely. Yeah, I knew you were talented again, but I underestimated how talented you were fully. Like I didn't know the depth of how talented you were. And just from jump, even moderating this and even running this and running point guard on this, like you're very due diligence, as we always say. But yeah, I was just super impressed and just and I think the sincerity works for you because it's pure. It's not some fake act. It's not fake sincerity. It's not fake gratitude. It's not some phony industry shit. It's just who you are as a person. And I think that's people relate to us. Like we show ourselves like flaws and all. Right, you've seen me show myself in glorified crash outs, and it's a lot of that is not just theatrical. Or it comes at least from a real place. You know what I mean? It's not here to, like my grandma would say, put on some airs. Like it's like you're being who you are, and it's like I think what we've done a good job is like of showing the culture who we are, authenticity by all of us, and I think that's what's makes our product unique.
Yeah, and same with you. Had like you mentioned it, but you putting me in rooms, introducing me to people, it was always like, you didn't have to in certain places. You could have easily just been like, yeah. All right, Jeremy, come here. You would be like, have you met Jeremy? This is, he's my guy. He's super talented, and like introduce me with that same type of love and embrace me in the West Coast landscape of things and the whole LA of things from the white kid from Canada, in a way where you didn't need to. So I appreciate you and all of our
But it's also funny how so it kind of shifts from the battle thing into then we're documenting stuff, and then we don't know. I mean, Head might have known, but we don't know that Kendrick's coming with GNX, right?
Yeah.
And all these kind of things. But then it's just like, just the perspective of me again being this guy who was rooted so much in the East Coast and New York and from New York and proud New Yorker, and being part of hip hop media being built in that era. To see like we're very West Coast based, right? In terms of what we do. And it seemed almost like Head always says about how people view the West Coast, or how the West Coast lens can't be separated from what we're doing. And I feel like we kind of always felt, to me, like underdogs in a sense of like, how this is viewed and how to get as many eyes and views on it and get people to really recognize how good this really is. And it's so interesting to really look at it from that perspective of like, part of the identity is because we're running on Pacific time, we're dropping on Saturdays, we're doing very unconventional things, and we're viewed a different way because we're based and rooted in a West Coast foundation.
Do you think that I always wondered that? Do you think that this would still be looked at as a West Coast platform if I wasn't here? Do you think that y'all would be put in that box?
No,
not the same way at all.
Because so much of who you are in a very authentic way is your pride of the West Coast, right? So that's part of what anchors it. But I don't think it's a forced thing. I think it's just, again, and that's how the content went, right? Kendrick Lamar decided to make his most very West Coast oriented album.
Yeah.
Right? And
the pop-out was like
and it did well. And not
like
like us, because of Mustard producing it, felt like a West Coast sounding or Bay Area sounding thing that Mustard's tracks do. So the success of these moments in hip hop that happened after the battle, like kind of took the culture that way, which was I call the dot era. Like it all kind of lined up that way. So yeah, no, I think it's definitely because you're present in it, but I just think even outside of your presence is like what happened in culture, that Not Like Us became something bigger than just the battle. It became its own.
So you're just saying
smash.
Culturally, it's looked at it that from that lens, as opposed to it being based on rooted on the platform. Because I always think, like, for instance,
like Kendrick brought a cultural reset, right? And I call it the dot era.
Yeah.
And now we all struggle now. Be like, well, if Kendrick's not going to be active, then what does hip hop look like?
Yeah.
Who's our leader?
Yeah.
And should Kendrick now with his power move like the way we thought Drake moved before? And every day he's giving AZ Chike a freestyle, and he's putting this guy on, and he's doing all these different things. And that's not how his leadership looks like, as I always said. But it does not make him the leader. It's just we're under a new administration.
So I guess what I was looking at is because you know how, like, when they do like the podcast awards or even the complex lists, stuff like that. I forgot what platform I used to pay attention to, but it was like best West Coast media platform. Like, you know when they do the BT Hip Hop Awards and do the best hip hop platform?
Yeah.
So they got Bootleg Kev, they got Drink Champs, etc. Right? I don't remember what platform, maybe you remember, but they had it sectioned off in regions.
Oh, wow.
At one point. And I don't remember what platform that was. At least you remember? Okay, so it would be like East Coast platform, West Coast platform. And so when I was thinking about it from that lens, I'm like, okay, we are a West Coast platform, but I also wanted to know if I boxed it in that way. You know what I mean?
No,
I don't think you
we
boxed
didn't do
it
that.
in, but it's I think it became it was West Coast because we're based in LA. So a lot of like, even when we're outside and we're at events, it's in LA, but also like you having such close ties to so many people in the community in LA, specifically artists, DJs, promoters, managers, whatever it may be. And then of course your affiliation with Kendrick. I think it became like this was the voice for that. Whereas there was other voices for other artists, including platforms you'd go to hear, you know, what Drake was thinking, or platforms you'd go to hear what, you know, certain East Coast artists were thinking. I think they thought like, okay, this is a place where we can go to get a West Coast perspective that we're not going to get elsewhere.
Yeah, and I think also to the fact that especially I feel like we'll all have a certain thing that you wouldn't be surprised to see us at events outside. You guys exceptionally, like even the way Head moves out here, you know, going to studio sessions and all type of events and being so active in LA culture, even outside of the music, right? Aiding people that need help. And Jeremy, with you, with like something for the people and doing these hostings, and you almost feel like Jeremy's trying to find a new next rap star, right? Or he wants to be part of the community that builds these new next rap stars. Like that's also makes it distinctive. But if we live out here, that's where we're doing it at. So that's part of the whole thing.
Did you notice that? So what's your, I'm interested to know this, your perspective pre and post moving here. Like, what's your perspective of West Coast hip hop culture before you moved here and then now?
I think I always knew that the Bay Area had this quote unquote regional thing that was like its own power circuit, that they could just coexist in their thing. And like, I thought, you looked at Houston that way too. I didn't realize how LA was like that, because I think I assumed because LA is so wide that it didn't have a certain consistent foundation. I think that I discovered that there is that. You know, like LA has its own culture, the black and the brown, it has its own culture. It's rooted in their music, and it's like, it's a certain sound. Like when I hear the records, Zoe Osama or even Miles Minnick and things like that, that you like, it's still very regional. And also how much there is resistance from other markets, particularly the East Coast, to that sound.
Okay.
Or a dismissive tone to it, to not view it as a powerful national sound.
Right.
Like putting it in a box.
Correct.
So I didn't realize, I thought because LA was so vast, it wasn't as regionalized in the worldview of the culture. But I realize it is.
It is.
And I always had that challenge when I ran Double XL, because I had to remind myself that if you're in New York at a time when New York is popping and we got and Dipset, and all this other stuff, that I can't just keep putting East Coast guys on the cover. Like, what are the kids listening to in the South? What are they listening to the West Coast? So I did a lot of split covers. So I knew things were regional, but I think I didn't realize the power of LA regional viewpoint. I mean, I would see what Glasses would say through the years, but I just thought that's LA guys with a little extra chip on their shoulder. Like I didn't see how much it was like a living, breathing thing. And then again, Kendrick's moves maximized it even further. It was like the fucking Molotov cocktail.
But it's on full display for everybody to see.
Yes,
what about you?
And people are uncomfortable with it. That's why they could have long debates about, is GNX a classic? Is GNX Kendrick's best album? You know, like is it you know, is Not Like Us successful just because of the battle? Like you could have all these little subplots around that, and we're still rooting that, because we just closed in this year, 2025, and we forget that Super Bowl was this year. Grammys was this year. Like this has been Kendrick's victory lap, the tour with SZA. So we're still living that moment. So it's, as much as the show was rooted in the battle, that storyline hasn't really fully closed out either.
Yeah.
You know, it's an undercurrent to everything that is going on in culture and everything that we discuss, because Drake and Kendrick are still the headliners. They're still the biggest in the space.
I got a follow-up question, but Heck, what's your perspective?
Well, I think I learned really quickly through being in radio. Like when I was interning at Power, it was probably a month into me moving here, or 2 months into me moving here, that I kind of got into that world. What I realized was at what an LA superstar is versus how they're viewed in the rest of the world. Like it's like tainted, versus here, like, for example, YG's songs or a Tyga song or Dom Kennedy. There's people that like, they're stars outside of LA, but when they pop out in LA, it meant something different. Yeah. And their rotation on the radio or their songs in the club hit different out here. There's certain music that just feels different because of the weather constantly year round, versus in the same way there's in Canada, there were things that hit because of the cold, moody, dark nights in the winter. Here it's like, feel good music hits a little different. So I think it was just adjusting to how things hit audiences out here.
And then my follow-up question, because you mentioned being in New York and how things are received. what was the reception like? And I mean, probably even in Winnipeg.
There we go. Listen, it took 73 episodes. We got Winnipeg.
He gets it right.
Winnipeg, let's go.
What's the reception? What was the reception like with the okay, you spoke about how the GNX moment happened, and it's a global thing. It's not just regional.
Absolutely.
It's a full display of our culture globally. So was Doggy Style. To me, so was Get a Report Card. How were those received at that time?
Well, I always say the turning point,
even documentary. Probably.
No, that's the turning point of East Coast culture not feeling like we're in a true 100% leadership position shifts with NWA. This is something that feels powerful. Again, what doesn't get a lot of said as a producer, what Dr. Dre did cleverly, and him and Yella, was like they used breakbeats, which was the foundation of like a lot of East Coast sampling. This series called Ultimate Breaks and Beats. So he's using like this drum break for, I think it's Amen Brother by the Winstons. So if you listen to that, it's a West Coast sounding with the keys, but the bottom is very like breakbeats, like what East Coast producers would sample. So I remember the whole big step was that people playing those songs loudly in New York, like playing NWA. And then after NWA was the Chronic moment, and then Doggy Style. And then it was like, that was the whole tension, which played out in the Source Awards of like, you don't love us. Like, it was like, yeah, we don't love you. Maybe we're a little uncomfortable that you are the dominant thing right now. We created this thing, you know, we supposed to be on top. This is our shit. Like, we love y'all, but it just gets competitive. It's territorial. That's
so
hip-hop.
It literally is just bravado at that point.
It's rooted in that, but that's what hip-hop is. Hip-hop is, and even our profession, it's territorial. It's competition.
Right.
It's the battle. I mean, that's how we was raised. That's what the culture is. And it could go a good way or go a bad way, right? It could get ugly or it could be done the right way. It could steel sharpen steel, or it could get messy with accusations and lawsuits and shit.
So then from
it can go either way.
With that POV, how do you look at something like Outkast or Kanye when they come in? What's the landscape look like? Is it still an adverse reaction?
They break through again. I guess the Source Award moments, because that forced everybody to sit together, caused those moments, right? South got something to say. We didn't know how powerful that was in real time. We just thought Outkast is dope because we viewed him. Because also was the lens with that where it was like the snobby MC theory that this person isn't a lyricist. Pac's not an MC. Like
because he's not from.
He's a poet. No, because of his style of hip hop. Style of rapping.
How he did it. Okay.
And that you have to be an MC. When you hear Big Daddy Kane, when you hear Jay-Z, Biggie, and Nas, you can tell they're children of Rakim and Slick Rick,
Tribe, and
or just East Coast. Yeah, but the bars and Q-Tip's a student of LL Cool J. Like you hear the lineage of that. Pac was a different style. Pac felt more like an orator, like a poet, but he was talking about so much real shit and storytelling that it forced the way you listen to things change. And he didn't get his props till after he passed that. He was a great MC, a great rapper. It wasn't just a phenomenon. And it wasn't just because he made movies and he was a star and he was charismatic, that he was actually also a great hip hop artist. But I witnessed him not get that praise in real time. Anybody would tell you he didn't.
Right.
He did not get that praise as he was a great hip hop artist when he lived on the earth. He didn't.
Was there somebody that you could think of, Hecht, that came out and initially got praise first time out?
First album, first
mixtape, like they got praise nationally from every section, every region.
I have to think more recent. I mean, I would say 50 did, right? He wasn't praised as a lyricist, but I would say it was hard to deny his impact.
I don't think that people see that. I would disagree because I think that people didn't look. I think people looked at 50 more like Pac than they did.
They did,
Jay.
yeah. No, you're right. You're talking about as a rapper. I would say Kendrick's Good Kid album is probably, not that everything has to come back to Kendrick.
No, it's an
That's
important
probably the last time that universally hip hop, not necessarily like full mainstream audiences, but just hip hop fans nationwide, globally, everywhere was like, this is somebody who cares about the art, who made as close to a classic body of work as possible off the jump, even though like some people weren't being like, it's a classic right now.
Yeah,
most people at least admit
classic
discussion
around it.
And that this is someone who's going to carry the torch for it. I think that's the last time.
It kind of felt like for that generation, it felt like Illmatic. I always say Nas was like the LeBron James of like, he came in, again, he was under the wings of the Rakim. He used to rap in Rakim studio sessions when it was free time for him to sneak a session in. And he had all the producers on his album, the biggest producers, Premier, Pete Rock, guys that never came together for one kid, the protege. This kid's gonna be. And Illmatic is that moment. That's why Illmatic is so acclaimed. And I felt like the modern day version of that was Good Kid, Mad City, where it's like there's an anointment kind of energy around this thing.
It is the year anniversary of GNX. Was a couple of days ago, but it's funny. I was looking. It's like the year anniversary of our episode, our review.
You see my guy on Apple Music did his thing.
Yes,
and his
was
mixes
talking
on Apple
about
Music.
It.
So we're on hiatus, but you're not slowing down, right? Is that what you trying to tell me?
I don't slow down, Elliott Wilson.
All right, making sure.
I don't plan on slowing down for anything or any reason.
No time soon.
No time soon.
So what do you guys think a year later of that album? Impact? Is it a classic? Will it be a classic? Is it Kendrick's top 3 album, best album? And what do you think the lineage of GNX will be? Will it live beyond this moment?
We did this before. I did the controversial take that I'm here to have the argument that it's his best album. Culturally impactful. It's great. There's no real skip on it. The only real skip to people is the title track, but the title track is still entertaining to me.
Yeah.
It's a pretty flawless record, and that takes a regional thing to a global scale. So I think for that, I understand the artistry and the artistic merit of those other albums. I just think clearly Kendrick is forte is making full bodies of work. Something that Drake didn't fully land on to the same output of that, where you're still going to look at it, as Drake had the deeper catalog of impactful records, and Kendrick Lamar made these incredibly classic albums that feel rooted in the history of hip hop. I don't know if I put Mr. Morale there, but I think you can make the argument that all the other ones are 5 mic albums that shifted culture and all different bodies of work. But no, I love GNX, and I love that we're in the moment still for it. So I'm all about championing that. And I just think it's funny that people don't want to be able to say, again, with that bias, I say a regional tension, to say that I can't fully connect to this record because I'm not from there. I'm not from the West Coast. I lived here since 2019 or 2018. But I know good hip hop. I know great hip hop. I know how culture shifts. And again, it's a pretty flawless Kendrick Lamar album.
Yeah.
For me, same situation, but I'll just go back to, the same thing. You know what's interesting though, what I've been thinking about recently, and I haven't had this conversation with him, but I plan to. I want to know when he found out people don't fuck with us. You know what I mean? Because what I learned is niggas don't like the West Coast, and I'm fine with it. He put that in the
that was Euphoria, right?
That was Euphoria. But I've been me and Glasses have been having this conversation for 15 years.
Yeah.
It's like y'all niggas was in a bubble getting success. You know what I'm saying? Like I've known this the whole time because I've been, not that he hasn't or other people haven't traveled around, but I've been to 43 states in Elon Musk's United States of America. You know what I'm saying? Been to 43 of these motherfucking states.
That's a lot.
I know what the sentiment is.
How many are there, Jeremy? 50? 51?
It's 50.
It's 50, yeah.
What are the 7 states DJ Head has not been to?
I'm a guess. I don't think he's been to
Wyoming?
Let me pull up.
This
you
is a good one.
Keep going. I'm gonna pull up all the
states.
states.
Sounds like a TikTok challenge. Yeah. The 7. Do you know off the head the 7 states you have been to?
No.
Do you keep a record?
No. I just know I've been to 47.
Oh, 47.
43.
Okay.
43.
Okay.
Same Baby Keem in 48 states.
I've been to 43.
Have you ever been to the Commonwealth, Puerto Rico?
No. Okay. I don't count Puerto Rico.
No, it's a Commonwealth. I said Commonwealth. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I've been to Puerto Rico. But yeah, I just think that, like, he said, what I learned is niggas don't like the West Coast, and I'm fine with it, right? It's like, well, when did you find out, nigga? Because we've been telling y'all niggas that people don't fuck with us. You know what I mean? Like,
no, but here's the thing. I just thinking about it. I don't know necessarily we don't fuck with going back to the East Coast. We don't fuck with y'all. But as we've seen, there seems to be an uncomfortability with the top person being the West Coast person.
No, Elliott.
No,
Wilson. No, you're wrong. What I'm telling you is, it doesn't even have to be a top person. The uncomfortability comes from being top person, but the not fucking with our shit is just universal.
But wasn't it easier to love Kendrick when Drake was viewed as the most omnipresent force before the battle, right? Like look at culture back then. No?
Just take that out of this.
Okay.
In general, you fuck with some Queens niggas, I'm assuming.
I'm rooted in it, yes.
What Queens niggas you know is just fucking with our shit? Not Dot.
What do you mean?
Not Dot.
No, they fuck with it. They just don't. They want to put it in a box. They don't want it to be what their thing is. They think is better. If it's a Jay-Z album, like you can like an Ice Cube album, but you're gonna like the Jay-Z album better because that's where you're rooting it. You see
But what I'm saying is, I'm not talking about that because out here, for instance, I'll give you an example. When I was in, and I think I don't know if I spoke about this on air before. I didn't fuck with Cash Money. Like when I was in middle school, high school, my homies, I remember the homie Austin, the homie Mike. They was big timered out. They was loving. It was Cash Money, No Limit. They love that shit, and I'm like, I don't like none of this stuff. Why? And they start going to the mall and getting the fake earrings and like that whole era, right? Big white T-shirt, big earring, fake jewelry, like Iniche and all that shit, right?
Iniche.
And so I remember that. The thing is, I couldn't afford none of that, right? So I resented the music as a projection of my circumstances. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
it's good therapy.
I'm honest about my shit. I know what the fuck. I know what's going on. So because they throwing money, and I'm like, bro, one of them earrings could change my life right now. I have lunch tickets at school, like to get free we call it county lunch. So I was in the county line to get county lunch. So they listening to like big timers, it's big money, it's this, that, and I'm just like,
get your roll on.
They wearing big stupid ass watching 10th grade, big fake ass bezels and shit. And I'm yeah, Austin. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? With all that.
Specials for everybody.
Damn.
But I'm just saying, my point is, I resented the music because it was a contradiction to my actual personal reality.
Okay, but maybe that's also resistance to culture and lifestyle, right? You couldn't connect to that the same way maybe we don't connect to the culture around.
That's my point. That's what I'm getting to.
Okay.
So I think I'm not talking about Dot because Dot is a cream of the crop type person. Not that our other artists aren't, but I know that's not how other people view them. So the adverse reaction to a YG, the adverse reaction to a Ty Dolla $ign or even a Mustard for that.
Yeah.
When the Mustard era happened, 2012, and he was
dominant,
running radio, running the charts, Mustard got 4 records in the top Billboard Hot 100, top 20 in the country, that type of shit. There was resistance to that.
Absolutely.
I remember, and I'm going to say who it was, I remember a specific artist who's a legend, goated in the business. I remember their sentiment being like, man, I got this Mustard record, but I need to make something that is not y'all shit. Why? What do you mean y'all shit? It's just jamming ass music. You know what I mean? Well, I need to make something that we're focusing on making a record where it doesn't sound like y'all. It sounds like him. And I'm like, or it's just music. You know what I mean? Like you can do 2 different kinds of records. Mustard produced Not Like Us, but he also produced Needed Me from Rihanna.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Can you cook up with Mustard and find your style? Yeah.
You also got My Hitter. 3 different sounding records. So, but it's still not about the sound more so than it is about who's doing it. And so my point is
the culture around it.
Yeah. So my point is, I don't know if I don't think I've ever met a person from New York, Florida, or Georgia who's like, man, I want that shit. I've been in a lot of studio sessions, but I've never met somebody who was just like, hey, this is what I want.
Do you think did people feel like you have to kind of be from there to really capture that?
No, because people want Jermaine Dupri. I remember specifically here after Wayne, what's the song? What the fuck though? What's the Lil Wayne song? Where the Love Go?
That's Swizz Beatz, right?
Yeah, but what's the song? I don't remember the name of the song.
3, 2, 1. No, 3, 2, 1. I let one blow pop.
Yeah, it's Swizz Beatz.
Yeah.
Anyway,
this one the Carter album, Carter 5,
yeah.
First single.
When that song came out, I remember people were like, man, I need to fuck with Swizz.
Yeah.
I don't know people was like, man, I need to fuck with Mustard.
He's rhyming with special delivery.
Uproar.
Yeah.
I don't know
delivery.
people that I'm like, Bangladesh had a moment, right?
Millie.
Everybody has their things, but what I'm saying is I don't remember that being a sentiment for us. I know like people had the adulation from Dr. Dre, and then the second coming of that was probably Mustard. But other than that, there's all this adulation for Just Blaze. There's all this adulation for Swizz Beatz. Even you go down south, you got Organized Noise. You got all these legendary producers that people are like sought after.
Yeah.
That is true.
Does that make sense, or I'm tripping?
No. I was gonna say maybe it's always just regional, but that is true. A lot of those producers, like you would want a Just Blaze beat
right now,
wherever you're from. You know,
no matter what, you could be from Chicago,
Justice League, or JD.
Am I tripping, or does that make sense?
No. I mean, Dr. Dre is probably the only universal thing. I mean, he sets the standard. So it's funny, they would do that, but then always put Dr. Dre in the conversation. You would never not put Dr. Dre when you're talking about all-time greats. And even to this day, Dre's not in his prime, obviously, but people would want a Dr. Dre beat. Yeah. Just for the recognition of it and the value of it.
Pharrell and Timbaland, I feel like were the ones where it's like they had a regional sound, quote unquote, to some degree, but like everyone wanted a beat from them, no matter where you were from, no matter the genre.
So what I'm asking is, why is that?
You said he's a little hostile now. He's getting West Coasters.
No, I'm just asking.
No, it's fair.
I'm just asking. What's y'all take? I'm asking what you think. Why is that?
I think that they didn't. I think that they don't view the West Coast as producing a lot of great producers per se. Like you said, when Mustard had his run, people were uncomfortable. I think it's the shadow of Dr. Dre. I think Dr. Dre is viewed as the thing, and it never was kind of like passed down. Like Dr. Dre still represents it. Here's the thing. So then people will humbly say, Dre's better than everybody. Like Dre's the all-time greatest. So we're going to push up Premier and push everybody else up. But all of them to a man will say, Dre's probably the one. Dre's the Quincy Jones. Dre's the standard. So it's a juxtaposition of you guys have the standard, but then there's no love for anything that's really come out of that to be really nurtured, I guess.
I think they downplay it. And it's insulting the way they do it, but they downplay the talent and the skill level because of the simplification of certain things or them not understanding certain things. Like, for example, Mustard, people always made that joke, right? They had like the 3 or 4 keys. They're like, this is Mustard producing. Yeah. And like when I talked to him, he actually said he looked at that meme and he was like, that actually motivated me to want to like do different types of beats because of that.
Push himself,
but I don't think it should, because it's simplified, doesn't make it any less good. Doesn't mean it's not a hit. Doesn't mean it's great music. The slang here is very different than certain areas and people don't understand it. Even some of the flows are very like simplified, a lot of spacing in between, like less wordy than some other places. I think the South maybe is the only other place that really gets that same stigma on it. Like a lot of people, the way they view like a Gucci Mane or some girl, like you didn't see them as qualified as lyrically, right? You're like, oh, that's just like simple music, that's stupid music, like that's dumbed down. I think a lot of people viewed a lot of West Coast stuff as that, so they don't get the same credit for their work that maybe a Pharrell or a Just Blaze would get.
Yeah. Also, I mean, there's other shit as well, like that niggas ain't mentioned, because we also have Hit Boy, we got Alchemist, like Hit Boy got Nas.
We try to take Alchemist away from you guys. We try to.
Hit Boy got Nas' first Grammy.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane.
That's true. But those producers, oddly enough, because they don't sound as quote unquote West Coast, do actually get the adoration across the board because their sound isn't.
Once
as
they show the
regional.
diversity of the sound,
so that brings me back to my actual. What is the adverse reaction to the sound? It's not about what you said. That's why I said take Dot out of it. It's not about him occupying the #1 spot. It's clearly not that. It's clearly an adverse reaction to the sound.
West Coast sound breaking national.
It's an adverse reaction to the sound, and I'm asking what that is, because it hasn't.
I guess it doesn't feel inclusive, right? It feels like you have to be from that culture of the Bay or LA to create that music.
So it's like you can't sit with us, and it's like, well, fuck it, then we don't want to sit with you anyway.
Yeah, it's again. I was out to your early day. You asked me. I underestimated how regionalized LA moves in a certain sense and how it's viewed. Because you would think at this point it wouldn't be as clear. But Kendrick bringing it to the biggest eyes and biggest national global stage showed that it was.
Okay, I'm asking ChatGPT. Okay, this is what we've come to.
What's the question?
So I said, why do people not like the music of the West Coast or respect West Coast hip hop like other cultures or regions are embraced? What is it about their sound that has a barrier to people's acceptance or their artist respect?
That's an amazing prompt.
Thank you. We had to make sure to go to. Okay, this is according to them.
He does his due diligence.
Why West Coast hip hop doesn't get the same universal embrace? It's not that people don't like West Coast music. It's that the West has periods where its sound, aesthetic, and cultural identity didn't align with the mainstream or the internet conversation that was being prioritized. Several historical and sonic factors shape that perception. Below is the clearest breakdown of why it feels like there's a barrier to widespread respect or acceptance. I'm not going to read everything, but number one, they said the West Coast sound is very distinct and not universally replicable. funky inspired bass
You can't create
lines,
them
smooth
slaps
melodic
like y'all.
sounds. Other places can't do it, basically.
He likes that.
So some number 2, the West Coast
y'all niggas
has
can't do it.
fewer defining revamps compared to other regions. So New York had boom bap, backpack, jiggy era.
You had that drop
early
before the
2000s
documentary.
drill. South had crunk, trap, snap. Atlanta melodic trap. The West Coast innovations were massive when they happened, but they happened in big bursts. 1988 to 1996, NWA, G-Funk, Death Row dominance, and then 2011 to 2017, TD, YG, Mustard, DJ Quake resurgence, but fewer complete era reinventions. Number 3, the West Coast has a history of rivalries that fragmented the story. Ruthless versus Death Row implosion, LA gang politics, regional rifts, Bay Area versus LA versus IE, etc. Artists not collaborating as widely as other regions, which is that I think that is a good point. And then the West Coast biggest stars are extremely unique and not easily copied. Who can imitate Snoop, Kendrick, Tyler the Creator, Ice Cube,
Good. Hello, chat.
Dom Kennedy, Nipsey, etc. Yeah.
I'll allow it.
Oh, and
It feels
and then
good.
finally, industry powers are usually centered in New York and the South. I think that's a good point too. They gave like actually 10 more things, but
Pretty good.
That's really, it's
That
really
was-
good.
yeah,
It's a really
that's
good
solid. Yeah, yeah,
analysis.
It's pretty good.
yeah, shout out to ChatGPT.
We can move on.
Okay, speaking of due diligence, I did want to replay this because I actually keep getting a little bit of trauma, but this was one of my favorite moments looking back on it from the show. Was about a year ago today. I was bamboozled. I owed Head. Well,
Is a white man allowed to say bamboozled?
is there cultural implications to
know. Okay.
bamboozled?
No, it's just a movie.
Okay, led astray.
Bamboozled. Okay, all right.
Malcolm X, led astray.
Okay. I was led astray.
Wasn't Spike Lee's movie Bamboozled?
Yeah.
I didn't just look at that poster
2000
there,
film.
Jeremy. Bamboozled might
Yeah,
be a
no,
little
I can't.
crazy.
No. Honestly, I can't say that word
That's it,
anymore.
look at the
Yeah, no.
bamboozled artwork.
I saw the.
Yeah, look at that bamboozled artwork.
Yeah, no, I can't.
Brother Shelton from
That's
the
too
Brooklyn.
much. I will never. Actually, I will never say that word again. This might have changed.
You were led astray.
I was led astray. But I was. So basically, I messed up and thought that I could prank DJ Head by telling him that Shensia was in the building when she was not in the building. And he said, I'm going to get you back one day. And he waited and plotted. And I think it was weeks upon end. And then
Weeks upon end.
he sent me and you a message in our group and said, just talk to Dot about you in reference to me. And I couldn't hold in my excitement. And this was the moment. And I was just saying, this is our most viewed episode. And it also, this is the most replayed moment.
Is
So
it?
yes, you could see on the, I actually don't.
I know you don't.
Yeah, but just let me get it out.
All right,
Okay,
good.
okay.
Let him go.
So,
Let him go. ISO.
Yeah. So I couldn't find the broccoli. Kendra couldn't find the broccoli, and I'm thinking one day he's got to find it. So I went back. I rewatched the song, and me trying to decode lyrics. I'm like, was anything a shot here? Was this a diss? Whatever. But then I was like, no, this is a great song. Will we ever get it? And then I thought, let me go. Not direct to the source, but adjacent to the source. And we have someone here who might be able to provide information. And I was fiending for the green, okay? And I got here and I said, DJ Head, do you have any information about the green? And then you guys helped coach me on how to ask for it nicely from Mr. Lamar. And we requested, you said he at least saw the request. Or was aware of the request. And then the people took over.
You set off a movement of broccoli emojis.
I got thousands of messages. And that is not an exaggeration. Thousands of messages.
Was anybody calling it the broccoli before? Give him his credit.
Maybe on the depths of the internet, but
Give
we
his
brought it to the
credit.
mainstream.
So you don't give this white king credit for anything?
Head just waiting for the moment.
Why?
I just don't.
Why not? He started. We was on the show with him.
I don't give a fuck.
You get credit too.
For what?
Because you brought it to his attention. We just talked about it.
I did talk to him about you, but we'll get to that.
Oh, they put an ad break on it. Damn,
They know that's monetizing.
Damn, they knew.
Monetizing. They know what the culture said.
Cliffhanger.
Now let's do it now. What'd he say? What'd he
What do you
say?
mean?
Come on, buddy.
What do you mean you talked to him about me?
So,
Yo, you spoke to Mr. Kendrick Duckworth Lamar.
yeah, he called me back like 2 days ago. And
Post
Like a
album.
car accident.
post album. And I brought up Jeremy Hecht and Jeremy Hecht's, tweet. I mean, or what was it? It was
It's DM.
It was a DM. Brought up Jeremy Hecht's DM, and he said he. Well, he didn't. Of course, he didn't check your DM.
Yes,
but
okay.
I sent him a.
I know that. I woke up every morning looking, and he never opened it.
He didn't open your shit.
Still not yet. Yeah.
He didn't open
I was expecting maybe a link when it came out. I
sent him a screenshot of your DM that we had for the show.
Yeah,
and he laughed, and while we was on the phone, he laughed. He said, "You know what? I watch. I pay attention." He's like, "I fuck with Jeremy." Like he said, "I fuck with him."
Don't cry. Don't cry. Don't you cry.
Just listen,
Don't you
bro.
cry,
You want me to tell you? Or
There's
not?
more.
He said. He said, "Why are you turning pink?"
Okay, continue. All right.
He said, "I fuck with Jeremy. He do his due diligence, and that's respect."
Woo!
CT with the Zoom. Wow.
So you retire now. You have to retire as a hip hop journalist. Also, now. It's over. How can you top this, buddy?
I don't know how I get more. Thank you for bringing me up.
But no credit for helping the movement around the song. Squabble up, which we hear is the video now. So they want some live reaction from us, guys. What we gonna do here? We're gonna live react to this video.
Can I take 30 seconds?
Take the water.
Take 30 seconds.
All right.
So how do you feel? How do you feel, Jeremy?
He said you do your due diligence.
You do your due diligence.
And he
specific words to use too. As someone who, as we learned on Gloria, takes his pen very seriously and takes his time with his art.
Give our live Jeremy reaction to Doc fucking with him.
That means the most.
I'm producing in real time.
Here come the
You knew what the clip was gonna be.
Can you cry on demand?
No. But I will tear up when I get emotional.
You the voice just cracked?
My voice cracked a little.
I got another scoop though,
Oh,
Elliott.
the dead homies. Yes, sir.
I got another scoop, Elliott. This one's for you.
I'm scared now you pointing at me again. So
I'm sorry. This is for you in the chat and everybody that fuck with the bigger. You're really red. Like you.
I don't know what to do. Can I Kendrick? Thank you. I appreciate it.
You got some shots.
Give your thank you. Give your
Okay. First of all, I want to thank God.
Oh, speech.
Second of all, I want to thank Tupac. Third of all, thank you for the words.
The city of Los Angeles.
I sent Alex
the city of Los Angeles.
I sent y'all the text when I talked to him. Alex has the text. Okay, it's on screen now. And basically, I said off the record, I talked to Dot about you. I talked about you to Dot. And Ellie said, "Don't make him cry." Jeremy said, "Too late. I love you, bro. You don't have to say it back." Elliott said, "Can we save it?"
Oh my God.
Dot to Hecht. I said, "I'll disclose a few words on air if you want me to save it." Elliott said, "Please save it." Jeremy said, "Let's save it." So I saved it.
And this is what y'all get. See what we get for the people.
The greatest part was Elise was sitting because we were setting up the set for today.
Elise knew.
And Elise was sitting right there. And I was looking at the text.
Bush.
And she goes, she doesn't know any of this. She doesn't even I didn't say anything out loud. And she just goes, What are you looking at? Why are you reacting? This was my reaction. She's like, why are you smiling like that? I was just sitting there on the tent. I was just like,
okay. Are you done with your moment? Do you want to say anything else to Dot?
Can I say one more thing?
Go ahead. Bro.
Okay.
When did you first fall in love with Kendrick Lamar?
No. We don't need to do that.
When did you first fall in love with Kendrick Lamar's hip hop?
It all connects. Thank you. Everything you put out into the world, and I will continue to do my due diligence. That's it.
Elliott, I got something for. I have a scoop for you and at the bigger picture universe.
Thank you, sir.
Everything I just said was complete bullshit. Fuck Jeremy Hecht.
I told you.
That's that trick. That's that trick.
I told you.
That's that trick.
This was my get back.
That's the payback. Wow.
Yeah.
The classic picture.
Greatest show ever.
Black Boy Joy.
I wasn't prepared.
Greatest show ever.
I wasn't prepared.
Greatest show ever.
Wow. Yeah. So that.
Hold on.
Oh, you want to let it run, man?
I wanted
greatest show ever.
Yeah.
The bigger picture.
I was not prepared.
Yes.
Wow.
Wait, so you think? So you just told yourself it off?
I did talk to Dot, but not about this nigga. Why the fuck would I talk to Dot about this nigga? Yeah. Dot don't fuck with you. Not fucking with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, there yeah.
So wow. You even were like, okay, that was a little hurtful of me.
Okay, so can at least she's not on camera just like there. Cause she called out. What was your reaction? Why did you feel compelled to speak so loudly?
Because I told him when he was smiling and stuff, and then I think he said something to the fact that what was in the text though, and I said don't get so excited. I said because he might be tricking you.
Oh, she said that. You still didn't have no
I blocked it
hesitation.
out. I blocked it.
Wow.
But I didn't know he was tricking them. But I just said something in me was like, I don't know.
I did not think he was tricking him. Something about due diligence. I just thought it was like if Dot was gonna say some bullshit like that, that's what he would just say. Be kind for a moment or whatever the fuck. I didn't think that you had sent him the screenshot. No, I thought that was bullshit. But when you said due diligence, I was like, okay, maybe show him a little love, due diligence. So I can't say I was 100% shocked, but I was into it. I did not think he was going to tear him down in that moment. I didn't think it was good.
I'm very pleased with my actions in that moment.
Yeah, looking back on that, was your performance
that was
there?
good. That's Chuck,
and I forgot about the text thread. I didn't even remember the text thread.
As Chuck Dizzle would say, that was good.
And I kept making it worse for myself because you multiple times you tried to just like let it down already. You're like, okay, I'm gonna tell him. You're like, I got a scoop, and then I would make myself emotional and like keep it going. You're like, all right, get it out. But do you guys know how many people come up to me and say this is all they say to me? Like to this day, they'll dap me up. They'll be like, yo, I watched a bigger picture. You always do your due diligence.
No, that
word, that term has.
I think it had to do with that term.
Oh yeah, we ended that beef because I got Shensia on camera telling DJ Head what's up. So
that's true.
Yeah.
You did.
So hey, speaking of, can we end because we may be back in another format, but the bigger picture itself is ending on a contractual note. I feel like if on-calls are awarded during a specific program, then when that program ends, the on-calls have to be done within that program.
The on-calls wasn't part of the program. We did it on the program. The on-calls were about your losing Toronto Blue Jays. Expert. Your losing Toronto Blue Jays lost to my Los Angeles Doyers.
That did happen off of the show.
People those Doyers.
But if we made the bet on the show, then shouldn't I just close the push-ups out right now?
No.
Can his number be reduced to half? Something like that? No? No adjustments?
No.
Jerry might have to seek legal counsel.
Go ahead.
I know some lawyers.
Go ahead. This shit fully documented. Go ahead. Do what you gotta do, champ. See that?
All right. Well, we got. We have merch left.
2 for 5.
Merch left
2 for
over.
5.
DJ Head's gonna sign it.
West Coast.
It's one left.
It's one left. Look at this.
Okay.
The last ever West Coast.
The final
bigger
West
picture.
Coast.
Look at chat.
Show them on the back too. Pause.
Do I have a West Coast shirt?
No.
Damn it.
So this is
Extra large.
It's an extra large. This is the last one with the bigger picture on it. Now, mind you, this is limited. Can I keep this?
Nope.
I don't have the West Coast one.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
I don't think any of us have the West Coast one. Do you have it, Jeremy?
Sorry, chat. This exclusive one is going to him.
That's what you're doing?
But you can sign the bigger picture one.
I'm gonna sign. No, we can auction it off or something.
Yeah, we're gonna auction it.
And all right. Let me do. No, let me do this.
We got exclusive merch.
Head hasn't yawned this episode. He hasn't eaten a snack.
I think he did eat a snack, didn't you?
Oh, did he yawn?
I've been eating snacks.
Yeah,
too.
he was eating snacks.
Oh, you snuck some snacks?
Can you pull it, Elise?
I missed
it.
West Coast autograph.
I was gonna say that was a big D, but that's a crazier pause. But on the signature, he made
I'm
a really
black, Jeremy
big.
Hecht.
Okay, all right.
West Coast.
The last of
But I asked somebody.
Okay, yeah. There's a few merch left down below. There won't be any more bigger picture merch made. So if you get this is it. 20% off.
Ooh.
Closing final sale. But yeah, anything else you guys want to reminisce on our time on the bigger picture before we?
You started the broccoli movement. You deserve some credit for that.
Thanks, Elliott. I appreciate
Broccoli,
that,
baby.
If only we could get the
still ain't
tiramisu.
that shit. You jinxed it.
One day.
Oh no,
maybe,
we got the broccoli. We didn't get the tiramisu.
We didn't get the
That's true.
tiramisu. Hopefully, Kendrick, if you're, I know
Stop
you're
talking
tuned
to
into
Kendrick
everything.
in imaginary land. What are we talking?
Just
Yo,
whenever you feel like it, release
you think
this.
he'll faint? Head, if he ever meets Dot, he might faint.
No, he won't faint. He'll probably he'll probably be really giddy, but be suppressing the giddy.
Yeah.
So it'd be like this weird,
awkward.
Trying to be extra cool, but I'm like really excited. Yeah, I've done that before.
I can see that.
Yeah, I know. And then I think about
start sweating. Start sweating.
No, I just try to ask really cool in my head questions. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna hit him with like a really like a question they're gonna think about for a while. But like then I get nervous to ask it. Yeah.
Oh, didn't something happen? You went to a jizz show. You had some static backstage or something. You had a fight or something. What happened?
Oh no, I didn't have a fight. I just me and Chris Patrick, my guy, went to the jizz show, and I didn't have a credential. He was opening on the tour earlier in the tour, so he had a credential.
Okay.
And his girl had a credential, and I just had a regular ticket.
White.
I thought my privilege would get me through, and so I'm backstage without a credential. I walked in enough places that it was fine.
You know how to move.
But side stage, there was one person who was really strict, and they're like, "Do you have the pass?" And I was like, "No, I left it in the back." And so it was Marco Plus and Chris and a few other people up there just walking up, and I was like, "You guys go, it's cool. I'm just gonna." So I was chilling here, talking to security. I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get somebody to get me my pass." Vic Mensa walked out, so I chopped up with Vic Mensa for a bit, and then I just went and watched the show in the crowd next to Reason. I saw Reason there, but then I kept trying to come back and see if I could get in, and the girl's like, "Do you have your credential?" Same girl. I'm like, "Oh, still no." And so yeah, I wasn't able to.
Yeah, I think Marco Plus was pointing that out. I just wanted to make sure you was good out
no,
there.
They lost
white privilege could take you far, but maybe not far enough.
Not far enough. That's maybe the maybe the moral of the show. I will try my best.
This could be the best episode
or the worst episode.
Or the worst episode.
We could talk about something, or maybe there's nothing to talk about.
What would Bobby do? Bobby shut down her operation and came back strong. So
she did, yeah.
Shout out Bobby.
Yay.
It must be Bobby. Do we have to say like, comment, subscribe?
We do, but we got to introduce our crew first.
Oh, yes.
We have the best production team in the world. If you're at home, just clap it up too. Yeah, we have to the left here, we have CT, who's our editor, CT. Who has literally spent nights, when I say like full 36 hours at a time to get these episodes out. He lost sleep. He didn't eat certain days.
He doesn't eat.
He literally he sleeps all Saturday or all Sunday sometimes because of his edits. But he as you see the zooms, the extra things that he does to make the show what it was.
His name is Clifton.
Clifton Tate, CT. Good luck, CT. Everybody, clap it up for CT.
Yeah, CT.
Yes, sir.
We got behind the boards on the sound engineering, also does setup, direction, lighting, sound, all around talented guy. Jay. Who did someone said I think it was Coy Leray said he looks like any average Dominican baseball player.
Wow, she got bars.
But that's our guy Jay.
That's funny as hell, actually.
That's really good. That's really good.
We got always shooting the best photos behind the camera. He's killing it on every setup. We got Kevin. Anytime
Shooter's
you see some pictures,
it's
Shooter's Paradise, Kodak Kev in the building. Oh, Elise is about to take a picture of him. There we go, the bigger picture. Always swagged out too.
Hello.
Them niggas like, shit, I want to be in the video.
Out of town right now, but a lot of the screen work you guys saw for a lot of the show, Alex, she was
the
killing
lovely
it.
And talented Alex.
Always
Thank
pulled
you for
things up
everything, Alex.
on time. Appreciate you.
Clap for Alex. Hey, what's going on, baby?
I haven't clapped for nobody. I'm gonna clap at the end.
And of
clap
course,
at the end.
Of course, we
last
have
and certainly not least.
Definitely not least, our amazing producer Elise, who we would not be a show at all if it wasn't for her. Not only did she tell me it was a potential trick that day, but she got us here on time. She made sure. Honestly, I don't know if we would have made it past week 5 without Elise putting it together, making sure we had crew, making sure we had cameras set up, making sure we had snacks.
It has to have the snacks.
And thank you for believing in us this whole time.
I'm cool with the cameras and shit, but the snacks.
The snacks. And then obviously,
you
shout
get to
out
eat
to
during the show, everything. You eat, you snap through it, yawn through it.
And shout out
Probably
to Jared Meyer.
FART on, but I ain't gonna judge you.
Oh, no,
I'll
be farting.
And shout out to Jared Meyer for putting this show together.
Flatulent.
We wouldn't have a show, obviously, if it was not for
White
him.
people
For
eat
You
guys.
notice that he does that during our show?
Eat? Yeah,
May
no.
have caught some wind of something?
People. Wait. You're telling me he's
he admitted
flatulent?
just now. Yeah, I wasn't even trying to get the exclusive, but he did it.
Luckily, my sense of smell isn't great.
No,
so
I'm naturally flatulent. I fart all day when I be up here.
I think we
like
started.
stinkers or
Nah,
your
what you do
odors?
is you lean, and what it does is separate the cheeks so it don't make sound.
No, but the stench. How do you control stench?
Do you know how? No. You know we actually started the
This is why the
show.
show didn't work.
We actually started. I think it was episode 2. We started the show talking about him going to the restroom.
Oh, yeah.
So technically,
See, that's a
and our
part of his
live show,
brand.
we started
We
with
did?
restroom talk. Yep.
It's part of his brand.
Yeah, it's
What
part.
we gonna do?
At least I keep it real.
That's very
I
true.
love it. Well,
When-
I said we're all
do you
authentic.
fart?
Yeah.
All right
Yeah.
then. So what the fuck make me
Yeah,
different?
buddy.
It's-
You know what I'm
We
saying?
say you don't
Human
fart during the
nature.
show.
Did you know that the leading
try
cause
not to.
of ozone damage is due to methane gas that comes from the ass of cows and bulls?
Wow.
No, I did not.
Yeah. It's not even vehicles. Cows and bulls are destroying the ozone layer because they fart.
Do you talk like this to female humans?
Yes.
Is that first date chatter?
No, they be want to talk about like other shit. Like, you know, what are your intentions with me? Like, I don't know you, nigga.
I don't have an intention yet.
You know what I'm
So,
saying?
hey, when we get it back on the boat, we ask you to come back. You gonna come back? You gonna?
I'll think about it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so for the
we have
chat-
to start all over. Are you a special guest now? We're going reverse.
Yeah, we'll have a new
You gotta start all
graphic.
over
As a
again.
nod to yeah.
So yeah, if
Special
you're
guest.
wondering,
We gotta court your love once. We gotta court you once again and get you on board the situation.
if
Nah,
you're
I'm-
wondering when you'll see us again, well, that you can see us on multiple. Effective Immediately runs every week.
Gina Views got
Gina
you.
Views. So you can definitely hear Head. We're gonna put links. They keep hating on my man's social media anytime he gets it. So you get those
Oh,
followers
God.
back up. We gotta get free Elliott Wilson, or if you work at Meta or Twitter, please.
Yeah,
we gotta get that
Elon's
shit
plug?
back.
Who's running that shit?
Elon fired everybody.
That's what I'm saying. Somebody gotta be running something.
Shit, Grok is running that motherfucker.
And you can follow my YouTube channel. I got the Big 3 series. We're on year
Oh, with my
2013.
I get some
You-
shines
You have
2013.
3 interviews, one with
Why you
each.
pointing at me? Why you pointing
Sorry,
at me?
sorry,
Okay.
sorry. You have
I'm
3
black. Don't
interviews,
point at me.
one with
Okay.
each of the Big 3 in 2013. You
Wait, say it
document
again for the people real slow. I need my props.
Elliott Wilson interviewed Kendrick, J. Cole, and Drake, some of their best interviews ever.
That's why they hate
that
me to
year
this day. Look at that.
specifically. The
There
Big
you
3
go.
is documented.
That's not why.
See what happens?
But yeah, we'll drop all the links below. And if you're wondering when you'll see us on a stage together again, we're hoping some point next year. I hope so.
Some point next year.
At some point next year.
Okay. Springish.
Hopefully spring.
Springish.
Springish. We'll put it springish. But if I never get to tell you guys again,
Oh yeah.
I want to
See,
give you
I know
guys
he had to do the
flowers.
final fatalist
And
shit.
it has been an absolute honor to be on stage with you guys every week. I appreciate you.
I know. Huh? I am saying something.
That's
I just
it.
said I know.
The bigger picture.
Okay, we got to get everybody.
Uh-oh.
Just like they said before, we have merch coming. And
Merch.
Just like in our intro song, I think we're the only one who had like a real intro.
Intro
Theme
slap.
slap,
A
theme
theme
slap.
slap. Yeah.
Shout out to
shout out to Young
artists.
Ricks,
Young
who
Ricks,
had
and just
the
like
theme song.
Yep, and just like in his lyrics, snap the picture, and now it's vintage. Yep.
We're about to do that.
And that's what we're about to do right now. We're gonna take a group picture. Thank you for always rocking with us. And this show started with the beef, but it ended with 3 great people coming together and becoming great friends, right?
Agreed.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
What you
We're
said? You said we
we're
might
so
never
close.
see.
We're so close.
I think Ellie said we might never see
I
the
saw
big
DJ Head on
3 in a
Saturday.
room
That's how
together,
close we
but
are.
we'll see this big 3
You
in a
know
room
what?
together
If they
again.
come back together in the spring, you guys tell us in the chat, like, what should the name be? Give us some suggestions.
Oh yeah, yeah. We need a new name for our new show.
Yeah. Okay, hurry up. Kodak.
So Kev, get in there, Kodak.
Open your. We need to see your shirt. Oh, is it about to do it again?
No, it was only one, but I
Okay,
think you
do
got
one
it.
more.
I feel like we're taping history right now.
We are.
It's like when the movie ends and it flashes and then
This is gonna be like the last thing people see. And my ass got this anti-government shit on. Like, yep, that's him.
yeah.
That-
Funny one, you guys.
At TSA when they point to me and they say, "Do you know this guy?" I'm just
Ready?
gonna say, "I'm just
Jeremy
happy to
Post.
be here."
Opened the wrong side of the shirt.
Okay, wait, one more.
One more. Hurry
Okay,
up.
last one.
On this side.
Last
Hey, do you
one.
want to take a call?
Hit the like button while you're here.
Like, comment, subscribe, revive.
That's it.
Last time, the bigger picture.
And that's a wrap.
You guys should sign the slate.
Oh, dope.
Oh my God, you guys are ready for everything.